Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Now keep in mind that these are general readings and they may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages in those readings as well. Okay, Leo, first card out for you is this Milk and Honey card. So you seem to be moving towards something that's giving you a lot of joy, giving you a lot of freedom and peace of mind, and just this lovely state of being in balance. And it's all coming through some big changes, which is really interesting. So, it's almost like you're getting to this place of harmony and balance, but it's coming through a time of reorganization. So things might need to get shuffled around a little bit here for you to feel like you're able to relax. But I feel like you're going to come into some kind of understanding, realization that may be the catalyst that leads you to this balance, harmony, feeling of prosperity and abundance. Very interesting start here with these oracle messages. I feel like you would be assisted in your imagination and visualizations this week. That will help you sort of establish this energy that is coming through. If you can embody it now. Oh, there was something flipped over here. There's almost this need to sort of start embodying this now. And there it is. What card was it? Let's see. Oh, it was the Lovers and the World card. Very interesting. I didn't notice those as I was shuffling off camera. So you might have to make some decisions here. You might have to really be honest with yourself about things that need to get reorganized and how you can visualize things in a way that you can feel that embodiment of this abundance, prosperity, harmony, peace, and balance that it feels like is coming through for you. Let's jump into the tarot cards and see what messages you'll receive. Something else flipped over here. Oh, it's the Page of Swords. Okay, let's see if that comes back. This might require sort of a shift in your mindset first, and then some visualization so that things can get reorganized into a more balanced place where it feels like you're resonating with yourself. Yeah, there's this celebration coming forward here. This Milk and Honey card and this Four of Wands have sort of a very similar vibe in that you're about to have an inner celebration. You're about to feel like you crossed a finish line. There's something here that you're accomplishing and you're going to almost feel like you've arrived, you've made it. But I feel like it's coming on the tails of a lot of, again, this word reorganization keeps coming up when I look at that card, this idea that you have to shuffle things in the day to day. And there's the Knight of Pentacles coming in to confirm that in the reverse, which suggests that, it's time to sort of focus your energy on the present moment and on taking care of things that may seem mundane, but they're actually really important, like making sure that you're balancing your day, you're focused in your day. You're doing the tasks of the day as you need to do them. And you're not really worrying about the future or thinking about the past. You're just sort of focused on what you need to get done in the day and feeling, I think, really good about that. I feel like you feel really good about that, but you almost need to be more focused, a little bit more motivated and determined to sort of see your desires met and to feel more fulfilled in the day, even just doing things that seem mundane or like regular daily living tasks. It almost feels like you need to find gratitude in this and you need to find fulfillment in this, to stop and notice things about your day instead of sort of thinking just about the big things. I almost feel like you're making this differentiation between, well, that's just stuff I do every day versus these moments, these big moments that you're thinking about and wondering when that's going to happen. And it almost feels like the accumulation of little things could add up to be big things. It's interesting. It's a matter of how you perceive those things. And, you can wake up in the morning and make a cup of coffee and have breakfast and enjoy the sunrise. And that can be a big moment in a day. It's all about your perspective, right? So I feel like that's part of this for you, Leo. And there's the High Priestess. So I feel like you're sort of receiving this guidance from your inner voice to not feel like your mood has to be dependent on anything that you would label as exciting or really big happening. You can be happy and feel a lot of joy and a lot of sort of satisfaction from just living a simple day. It doesn't have to be the big holiday planning. It doesn't have to be the big love coming through or this opportunity that seems like it's huge. It's funny. I think sometimes we need to really stop and just be grateful for the day that we have today, even if that day is spent at home, doing tasks that involve caring for yourself. That seems to be what is coming through here, is that there's this idea of sort of reorganizing how you perceive your day and to shake off this feeling like nothing exciting is happening. It's almost like there's this sense of boredom that has come, but you're almost at this place where I think you're starting to see it differently, where you're starting to see the joy in the tasks of just taking care of yourself and how that can be really gratifying. And it's interesting. It feels like you need to refocus on those things this week instead of thinking about something grand. It's interesting. It's almost like you're flipping the perspective about the quality of something versus the magnitude of it. Like that you can adjust the magnitude of any experience depending on how much quality you see in it. You know what I mean? Depending on how much quality you see in your experience, that will almost dictate how much inner joy you feel on a day-to-day basis. And it's completely up to you. And it feels like there is some visualization component that will be assistive to you in this process. Yeah, you're really being guided to really take care of yourself and feel the joys that come from taking care of yourself, and the joys that can come from really investing in yourself with a lot of love and compassion, and really feeling like you're taking care of yourself can be just as satisfying as those things that I think you would normally label as like the big moments. This can be a big moment too. It just depends on your perspective of that, right? Yeah, 10 of Wands. You've been carrying this sort of burden on your back, and I feel like you're needing to let it go and really take care of yourself. I think you've been putting a lot of pressure on yourself to have certain experiences or to have certain moments on a day-to-day basis, and it's sort of like I think there's a part of you that just needs to enjoy the day without putting so much pressure on yourself to create something bigger than what's right in front of you. You know what I mean? It's a very interesting energy in this reading, actually. The cards are kind of funny in my hands today. There we go. Yeah. There's a narrative that needs to be changed. 5 of Swords in reverse on this 9 of Cups. That tells me that you need to change the narrative about how you perceive the day. I'm almost feeling like someone calls you up and says, "How's it going?" And you're like, "Oh, well, nothing exciting, just hanging out at home today, cleaning up and doing chores." And you sound so annoyed about that. You know what I mean? That's sort of what I'm feeling. And it's almost like, well, why does it have to be something big to feel exciting? This is interesting, Leo. This almost feels like you need to reframe your day and look at it from a different set of eyes to say that this is actually a blessing, that, sometimes peace can feel boring when we're used to chaos. But peace is such a gift. If you can spend the day at home taking care of stuff for yourself, that's such a beautiful gift. That means that everything else is managed. Do you know what I mean? And that means that you're in a situation where there isn't a lot of pressure on you and you can focus on the day to day. This is a reframe. And I feel like we're seeing the High Priestess here to guide you to that idea here. Yeah, instead of feeling like you have to be go, go, go and busy, 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 and that, unless something really riveting is going on, then nothing exciting is happening. It's interesting. It's almost like you're being guided to enjoy that peace. And that I'm feeling this idea that, like, sometimes the idea of peace can be a little bit mundane and boring if you're used to being on high alert all the time, if you're used to constantly feeling like you have to go, go, go. And I feel like things are at a place where you can actually just sort of enjoy the moment, and you don't need to feel overly ambitious right now. You don't need to feel like you have to do something right now. It's interesting. It's almost like you can take a minute to just let go of any kind of pressure that you've put on yourself and just enjoy this peaceful moment. And it feels like you're almost going to realize something in that peaceful moment. You're going to realize something that shifts you out of this sort of melancholy vibe. And look there's the Nine of Cups again, now in the upright, which feels like you're going to be moving towards something that feels really satisfying. It's almost like you're doing something here to shift your perspective on what it's like to be in a calm, peaceful place. And that it doesn't have to be turbulent all the time. It doesn't have to be busy, busy, busy. I feel like this reading is trying to get you to be okay with moments of peace, moments of calm, where you can sort of relax and set down anything that feels overwhelming. I feel like you're almost feeling that that kind of restlessness that comes when you're used to things being on full blast all the time. And now that things have sort of slowed down and quieted down, you're not sure what to do with this space. But it almost feels like enjoy it. Enjoy the calm, enjoy the peace, enjoy the balance. And there may be something trying to come through here with Truth Be Told in the High Priestess and the Judgment card. I feel like there's a realization here. There's a realization here that maybe you've been on full tilt for too long, and now it's this period of calm. And don't overlook it as being boring. Try and enjoy it. Enjoy every moment here. That's a very interesting reading for you this week, Leo. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this has been helpful and resonated for you. If it has, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care.